Rome faced many enemies, but one city terrified it more than any empire on land. That city was Carthage, a rich maritime power built on trade, discipline, and relentless ambition. From the coast of North Africa, Carthage controlled sea lanes that carried silver, grain, timber, and war. Its harbors were crowded with merchants, sailors, and officials who turned commerce into imperial strength. Carthaginian wealth did not come from one kingdom alone, but from a network of ports, colonies, and allies. Its rulers understood that control of the Western Mediterranean meant control of the ancient world's lifeblood. To Roman eyes, Carthage was more than a rival city. It was a machine of power that could choke Rome's future. The first great clash came over Sicily, where both states saw the island as the key to expansion. The First Punic War taught Rome how hard it would be to break a navy that had ruled the sea for generations. Even when Rome adapted and fought at sea, the struggle drained treasure, men, and patience on both sides. Carthage lost the war, but it did not lose its will. Its leaders began rebuilding power with cold determination. In Iberia, Carthaginian generals found new silver, new soldiers, and a new base from which to challenge Rome again. Hannibal Barca and then his family forged the harder, more dangerous Carthaginian state in Spain. Out of that world emerged Hannibal, the commander Rome would remember with dread for centuries. Hannibal did not think like a cautious defender. He aimed to break Rome's confidence at its core. When tension over Saguntum exploded, war came again, and the Second Punic War began. Rome expected a difficult campaign. It did not expect one of history's boldest invasions. Hannibal marched from Spain toward Italy with African veterans, cavalry, and war elephants. Then he crossed the Alps, turning mountains, snow, and terror into a weapon against Rome. The march itself became a legend because any general who survived it had already done the impossible. In Italy, Hannibal shattered Roman armies at the Trebia and showed that Roman confidence could be broken. At Lake Trasimene, he trapped another Roman force and destroyed it in one of antiquity's great ambushes. Then came Cannae, the battle that turned fear into panic across the Roman world. There, Hannibal encircled and annihilated a massive Roman army with tactical brilliance and ruthless control. The slaughter at Cannae was so complete that many feared Rome itself would collapse. Roman allies wavered, southern cities reconsidered their loyalty. The balance of power seemed ready to snap. For Rome, Carthage was no longer a distant rival. It was a mortal danger standing at the gates of survival. Yet, Hannibal lacked the siege power and political collapse needed to finish Rome quickly. Rome responded with stubborn endurance, refusing surrender and rebuilding armies again and again. Fabius chose delay over glory, wearing Hannibal down through caution instead of one decisive battle. This was humiliating, but it kept Rome alive when pride alone might have destroyed it. Meanwhile, the war widened across Spain, Sicily, and North Africa, becoming a struggle for the whole Western Mediterranean. Roman commanders learned, adapted, and slowly attacked the wider foundations of Carthaginian power. The rise of Scipio changed the war again, because Rome found a general bold enough to answer Hannibal's genius. In Spain, Scipio broke Carthaginian positions and cut into the empire's resources and confidence. Then Rome carried the war into Africa, forcing Carthage to recall Hannibal from Italy. The final meeting came at Zama, where Rome defeated the man it had feared most. Carthage survived, but as a crippled state watched closely by the Republic, it had nearly destroyed. Even weakened, Carthage remained a symbol of what Rome feared: wealth, strategy, and an enemy equal in ambition. Roman suspicion never truly ended, because memory had taught Rome how close disaster had come. In the Third Punic War, Rome chose annihilation, destroying Carthage rather than risk its return. That choice reveals the truth. Carthage was the empire Rome feared most because it had once made Rome fear extinction.